Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I've posted videos on conversion between decimals and fractions, and today I'm going to be talking about conversions between fractions and percentages. So percentages are usually, the numbers with the sign in front of them, showing that they're over 100, and fractions are in the form a over b. Okay, so there are numbers on called the numerator and the denominator. So now we're going to be learning conversions between the two. Okay, so first let's go from fractions to decimals. Fractions to percentages, sorry. Okay, and then we can go to percentages into fractions. Okay, is that clear? Okay. So to convert a fraction into a percentage, the step is really simple. The only thing you need to do is multiply the fraction by 100. Okay, and in your answer just put the percentage sign to show that it's a percentage. So that's the only thing you gotta do. You multiply by 100, put the answer, put the sign after the answer. Okay, so let's look at some examples. The first one would be 3 over 4. Okay, so what did I say? You need to multiply it by 100. You multiply it by 100. So this is divisible by 2. You get 2, 50. 2's are 1, 2's are 25. So you're left with 3 times 25, that is 75. And then you add the sign at the end, so 75%. Okay? Isn't that simple? So converting from fractions to percentage is really easy. The only thing you need to do is multiply by 100 and put the percentage sign at the end. Okay? Another example that I would like to show you is 1 over 7. Okay? So all you gotta do is multiply by 100 again. Okay? And you're gonna get 100 over 7. But then can you leave it like that? Not really, right? So you divide it. Okay? Actually, you can leave it like 100 over 7%, but then of course that's like not neat, and it's better if you just divide it up. Okay? You're gonna get 1. The remainder is 3. Bring down 0. 3 again. 21. 4 is 28. Then you have 2 down here. Put the decimal point. 20. 2's are 14. 6. 0. And so on. So if you round it off, you're going to get 14.3%. Okay? Let me go through the step again. You take the fraction, you multiply it by 100. If you want to leave it like that, okay. If you don't want to leave it like that, you just convert it into a decimal and put the percentage sign in front of it. Isn't that simple, guys? It is, right? Okay. So let's now move on to percentages into fractions. So for that, I'll be showing you examples of 30%, 28.2%, and 50%. Okay. So the step, while going from fractions to percentages, we multiply it by 100. While going from percentages to fractions, you just need to remove this sign and divide it by 100. Isn't that simple? So you remove this and divide by 100, and then you simplify the fraction you get. So for example, you have 30%. Okay, remove the sign, so you get 30, and then divide by 100. Wow, just that? So that is correct. But then the next step that you should do, as in it's not compulsory, but it's recommended, because you'll get a simple fraction, and most of the times during exams and in practical life you need simple fractions and not big numbers like that. So you just simplify, remove the zeros, now you have the fraction 3 over 10. Wow, isn't that simple and clear, right? Okay, So our next example is 28.2%. You remove the percentage sign and divide by 100. 28.2 divide by 100. If you've seen my video on decimal division, you must be knowing how to go on from here. If you haven't, you need to remove the decimal. To do that, you multiply by 10 on both sides, on top and on bottom, to move the decimal point one step to the right. Okay, so now you have 282 over 1000. Okay, so 282 over 1000. So that is a fraction, but then we are not satisfied with it because it's a really big number. So you start simplifying. You divide by 2 on top and on bottom. Okay, so you're going to get 141 over 500. Can you simplify it further? Nope, right? So what you need to do is you just put that as your answer. So 28.2% is equal to 141 over 500, okay, as a fraction. Our next example is 50%. So for 50%, we remove the percentage sign, okay, and you divide by 100, and then you simplify. So you divide by 10 on top and on bottom, you get 5 over 10, fine. And then you divide by 5, you get 1 over 2. I hope you guys know how to simplify. If you don't, please write it down in the comment section below and I'll be happy to post a video on it, right? So now let's just summarize. This is our percentage, this is our fraction. So while going from percentage to fractions, okay, percentage to fractions, you remove the sign and divide by 100, and you simplify. Okay, when going from fractions to that percentage, you multiply by 100 and put the sign at the end of the answer. Isn't that easy? Of course it is, right? So let's look at some examples on what I've just told you. I know these were some examples, but I want you to do some of them on your own. Pause the video, copy down the questions that I'm going to write now, and you can come back to the video to see the answers and check them if you've got them right. Okay, so our first example is 99%, okay, 64%. We need to convert them into fractions, and then we have fractions such as 3 over 9 and 1, 2 over 5. Okay, so guys, pause the video and come back to see if your answers are right. Welcome back, guys. You must have done the questions by now, right? If you haven't, it's fine. These examples are here to explain the concept to you better, and I'm sure after this you'll be experts in this. So let's begin. While converting from percentage to fraction, you need to remove the sign and divide by 100. This can't be simplified further, so that's your answer right there. Okay, 64%. You remove the percentage sign, so 64, and then you divide by 100. It's a really big number and it can be simplified, so you start simplifying. So you get divide by 2, that is 32, divide by 2, that is 50. Okay, it can still be simplified, so divide by 2 is equal to 16, divide by 2 is equal to 25. Can it be simplified further, guys? No, so that's your answer. So 99% is equal to 99 over 100 as a fraction. 64% is equal to 16 over 25 as a fraction. And now let's change this fraction to a percentage. So while changing fractions into percentage, what you need to do is you need to multiply by 100, okay? If you guys remember, if you don't, play back the video and look at the previous examples, okay? So now you have 3 over 9 multiplied by 100. So that is 300 over 9. Is that a really kind percentage form? Nope, right? So what will you do? You go on to convert it into decimal. So 300 over 9. 3 is 27. Remainder is 3. Bring down the 0. Again 3 on top. 3 times 9 is 27. Remainder is 3. So you can either write it like this. Okay. So there is 33 1/3%, or you can write it like this: 33.33%. So that's your choice. Okay, let's write it in decimal here. So percentage can also be in decimal form or fraction form, as long as it's been multiplied by 100. Okay, percentage, I forgot to explain this in the beginning, but if you guys have been in school for a long time, you must be knowing that in exams they usually calculate it over 100. So that's what percentage means. It simply means a number out of 100. Okay, so for example, you got 99%, that means you got 99 rights out of 100 questions. Okay, 54%, that means you got 54 right out of 100. Okay, so that is why we multiply by 100 to convert it into a smaller form or a bigger form, depending on the fraction that you have here. So this was out of 9, you're converting it into out of 100. Okay, then now we go to the next question, that is 1 2 over 5. You can either, okay, let me show you the best way. So you convert it into an improper fraction, so that is 5 times 1 5 plus 2 7 over 5, and then you multiply it by 100 like you did before, and you're gonna get 5 divided by 5 is 1, 100 divided by 5 is 20, 7 times 20, so 7 times 20 is 140%. Okay, so just a small caution, or if you guys noticed, the percentage can also be above 100. It's not a must for a percentage to be below 100. It's most of the time below 100, but it's not a must. Okay, so don't get scared if you get answers like that. You're still correct. And if you've done the questions that I've done here, if you got them right, please write it in the comment section below. And if you think you need further help, you can email me for private tuition at funlearn@gmail.com. Have a nice day, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.